Hey, my name is Alex, and this is lesson 24 for 7th grade math. For this first part, you need to graph the quadratic function. For number 1, we have x plus 2 times x minus 3. So here, this form already gives us the x-intercepts, which is x equals -2 and x equals 3. And if we were to multiply this all out, you get x squared minus x minus 6 equals y. And here, to find the axis of symmetry, you do negative b over 2a, which is -1 times 2 times 1. So in this case, our axis of symmetry is going to be located at 1/2. And if we wanted to, we could do this. We could find all the values. So we could start with -2, -1, 0, 1/2, 1, 2, 3. Plug in -2, get 0. -1, you get -4. 0, you get -6. 1/2, you get -6.25. And 1, you get -6. 2 equals -4. 3 is 0. So we go here. We graph -2 is 0. -1 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 is -6 down here. 1/2 is 6.2. So right there. 1 is at -6. -2 is at -4. And 3 is at 0. So our graph would look something like this. For number 1. Number 2, we're given the x-intercepts again. It's -5, -2. We're to multiply this all out. You get x squared plus 7x plus 10 equals y. The axis of symmetry is going to be -7 over 2. And if we were to do a little chart, put our points on here. And we would get 0, 0, -2, -2.25, and -2. So if we were to plot that, we get 0, 2, -4 is -2, -3.5 is right here, -2.25 is around here, -3 is 2. So if we were to draw a line through that, we would get a parabola looking something like this. This next section you need to solve by graphing. So here, we're given x squared minus 2x equals 3. So we can move the 3 over by subtracting both sides by 3. So our equation for number 1 here is going to be x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. And you need to solve for when this function equals 0. And if we find our axis of symmetry, we get -2 over 2, which is just 1. And if you were to create a little chart with our points, then we'd start with 1. Just to be safe, you add two x values on either sides. -1, you get 0. 0, you get -3. 1, you get -4. 2, you get -3. 3 is 0. So here, if we were to graph that, -1, 0, 0 is 1, 2, 3. 1 is -4. 2 is -3. 3 is 0. If we were to draw a line through that, then you get a parabola like this. And here we could see y equals 0 is right here. So this function is equal to 0 at the point -1, 0, and 3, 0. Okay. Number 2, we have negative x squared plus 2x minus 1 equals 0. Axis of symmetry, negative 2 over 2 times negative 1. So it's just 1. Do a sign chart here, or just a little table of our values. We get negative 4, negative 1, 0, negative 1, negative 4. 3 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 is negative 1. 1 is 0. 1, 4. Drop parabola. And our function only has one solution here, which is at x equals negative 1. X at x equals 1. Number 5, we find function by moving the 1 over. Our axis of symmetry is going to be negative 1 over 2. To our little table of values, 1, 0, negative 1 half, negative 1, and negative 2. Okay, and if we plug these in, we get 3, 1, 3 fourths, 1, and 3. Okay, and if we were to graph that, we have 1 is 3, 0 is 1, negative 1 half is 3 fourths, negative 1 is 1, and negative 2 is 3. So if we were to draw a parabola through that, our function doesn't have any solution, as you can see, because it doesn't touch this x-axis here. Okay. Number 9, x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 0. So if we're to find our axis of symmetry, negative 6 over 2 times 1 is 6 over 2, or just 3 over 2. Or you could write this as 1.5. Or, sorry, this is just 3. Oopsies. And if we were to draw a table, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 is 4. 4 is 1. 3 is 0. 2 is 1 and 4. Okay. So if you're to go to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is 1. 3 is 0. 2 is 1. And 1 is 4. And if you're to draw a line through that, get a parabola like this. And if we look, we only have one solution where the graph touches this x-axis, or when y is equal to 0, and that is at x equals 3 for number 9.